What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Right then, lads, we're talking about the Aboleth. It's the second monster in the 2024 Monster Manual, and this is the second episode of the Monster Manual review. Let's have a look and see how good of a monster this thing is. It's a scary monster, in theory, but in practice, utterly terrible. Actually terrible. This thing's supposed to be a all-knowing eldritch entity. It's meant to be like the enemy of the gods, okay? This is Cthulhu in a lake. It's a CR10. This thing, not only is it a CR10, it's weak for a CR10. It has 150 hit points, 17 AC. Like, I'm sorry, I know it has legendary resistances. It's got 3 or 4, depending on if it's in its lair, which is always going to be in its lair, let's be real. When are you not going to fight an Aboleth, like, in its lair? But level 10 characters are going to rinse this. Now, okay, fair enough. Most monsters, if you're fighting at an appropriate level, other than the Aarakocra, which I mentioned in the last video, you're going to destroy it if you're appropriately leveled. But the Aboleth is a special case. It just doesn't feel like a legendary monster. It doesn't feel like even a CR10. A CR10, I think it's too low. Aboleth should be like Astral Dreadnoughts. They should be immensely powerful, considering their lore. But it just isn't. It can do, like, project image as layer actions. It can befoul water and make it poisonous. Whatever. Right? Its main abilities, Mucus Cloud. This has been nerfed. Massively nerfed from 2014. In 2014, it was, if you're affected by this, you can only breathe underwater. Now, it wasn't that bad, because it only works while underwater in the first place, but if the Aboleth was to somehow get you out of the water, now all of a sudden you're suffocating, right? So it could fight you in a body of water which drains over time. The Aboleth just fucks off because it can breathe air and water, and you're left like a fish out of water, essentially. But the new version, you breathe air and water, so okay, it's just done you a favour because you're fighting it underwater anyway, and now you have water breathing. The only difference is that you can only regain hit points while you're underwater, but this effect only works while you're underwater in the first place. So I don't understand that. And then if you're outside of a body of water, you take an average of 6 acid damage at the end of every 10 minutes, unless moisture is applied to the skin before those minutes have passed. So you could sweat and it would negate this ability. Not very good, not very impressive. It's got Dominate Mind, which you could do twice a day. It's just like Mind Control. It's Dominate Person. If you use this on your Barbarian, very good, because they got low Wisdom save. Barbarians are strong. You turn the Barbarian, it's the rest of the party. Now all of a sudden the Aboleth has a chance at actually surviving, and isn't just going to get nuked in 1.5 rounds. It can do Consume Memories, which it doesn't really do a lot, to be honest. Because yes, you can it grapples you with its tentacles, and it can do up to 6 of these attacks over the course of an entire round, because it can do 2 of them as part of its multi-attack, and then 3 or 4 more in its legendary actions. That, I think, comes to about 72 average damage, which is not great for a CR10 monster. It's really not great. But it does automatically grapple a target. It's only a DC 14 to escape those, so quite easy to get out of. But then, if it uses its Consume Memories on you while you're grappled, or Charm, so if you've got the Dominate Mind on you, you take damage, which I don't know why it would do that on a dominated target, because you want that dominated target to fight for you, not die, at least not straight away. It gains the target's memories if the target is humanoid and is reduced to 0 hit points by this action. It doesn't say it kills the target when they're reduced to 0 hit points. It only does an average of 10 psychic damage, CR10 by the way. It's got a DC 16 intelligence save. I know it's part of the multi-attack because it can do 2 tentacle attacks and a Consume Mind, but this is not a good showing. I think altogether it has about 82 DPR with the Consume Memories on top of it. It has to have actually succeeded in the grapple, which, okay, fair enough, it will, because it automatically applies the grapple condition. This thing is weak. It is weak. It has legendary actions, as mentioned before. It can do its tentacle attacks, probably the best thing to do. Or it can do Psychic Drain, where if it has at least one creature charmed or grappled, it uses Consume Memories and regains 1d10, which is an average of 5 hit points. Again, CR10. This is not a good showing. I'm sorry. Now, in terms of its synergy with other monsters, it sort of has synergy with other aberrations, but not really, because most aberrations don't really like each other. Like, maybe it can work with a colony of mind flayers, but mind flayers are like mind flayer supremacists, so they probably want to turn it into a mind flayer. It has sort of a synergy with water elementals, but I don't think they would be its mind slaves. They're not going to be dominated by it. I mean, maybe they will, maybe, but I just don't think that this thing has very, very good synergy with anything else in the book. It can obviously have minions. It is an Aboleth. That's its whole thing. Like mind flayers, they could dominate minds twice a day, mind you. So maybe there's a cult. There are very powerful cultists in this book, so you could have some cultist minions, which can work. They probably won't be underwater, though. But maybe they could control a village, dominate a village on the coast of a lake, or the banks of a lake, should I say. And the Aboleth is controlling them behind the scenes. It is like a puppet master monster, so it can control a lot of humanoid enemies, and there are quite a lot of humanoids. So in terms of that, it can have good synergy with other monsters because of its mind control effects. So you can give it like dominated slaves and things like that. That's fine. But other than that, I just don't... It's not statistically a very good showing. I'm sure there are ways to make an Aboleth extremely deadly. I know that in older editions, including 2014, by the way, they are deadlier. It feels like. I feel that they've nerfed it a fair bit. Doesn't do a lot of damage. The Dominate Mind is probably its most powerful ability. It can only do it twice a day. And at the end of the day, if you succeed that DC 16 Wisdom save against the Dominate Mind, it still uses that 1 out of 2 charges and won't get that back until the next day. So, you know, if you come prepared, you could stomp this thing. It's not a BBG material. It's just, you know, I can see you maybe fighting this at level like 6 or 7, and then it's deadly. But I'm going to put this, I think it's going in D tier. The lore is very good, it's very interesting, but the stats just do not line up with the lore at all. This is a D tier monster.